Back out at the CrossFit Games here at the Align Energy Center and everything that surrounds it, the Coliseum in the background and the grounds. It has been one amazing weekend. We want to at least put a little spin of a recap on what everybody has seen so far. If you've been following along on TV, on the internet, whatever you've been doing or coming out live, it has been quite the weekend here in Madison as the CrossFit Games have come here. And we have familiar faces. Dirk and Nicole Gessler are with us. Well, at least you're a familiar face here. We get to bring in the better half, as you described her right now. Exactly. And talk a little bit about the CrossFit Games. So guys, what has it meant for you this week to have the CrossFit Games in Madison?
There's been a pretty huge level of traffic. I think they said they sold 60,000 tickets. So a lot of those people come into town and they want to work out. So there's been a lot of people rolling through just working out, which is cool. Really cool. Really good vibe in the gym for the last week.
So you actually have like people that just out of town that just said, hey, we're dropping by, we're going to work out?
We had people from, I think somebody was excited they got to put the Norway sticker on our map. We have a map of all the people that have been visiting. So Norway, Germany, Australia, like everywhere. They just come to watch the games and get a workout in.
Now, it seemed like the men's competition you were talking about a little bit one-sided. The women's competition was pretty good, wasn't it? Tell us what you saw, Nicole, and what you thought of the 4 days here.
I think it's been an amazing 4 days, and actually, we've had a lot of visitors, but we've also had a lot of games athletes come through our doors, like training, coming to Madison a little bit early, getting used to the atmosphere, the climate, stuff like that. And the top 3 women's finishers all worked out at our gym last week. Wow. So that's kind of something in the chalk bucket, I don't know. So that was pretty amazing to have just that level of elite athletes at our gym, everyday athletes from all around the world. It's been amazing. I think we're all really tired, but I think when we kind of take a step back and look at it and just kind of see what happened here in Madison those last 2 weeks, what happened to our gym, what happened to our city, our community, it's a really pretty amazing thing.
That's a point of distinction. I think that's something to put on the door of the website, something, that they work out at CrossFit Recursive. I think that's really cool. So, one of the things that I was kind of taken aback with too, as everybody's kind of filing out now, but you see so many people in great shape. Mm-hmm. And I'm just blown away by their level of fitness and what I saw over the last 4 days. So, a lot of people I think that aren't familiar with CrossFit that might wonder, hey, is this for me or not? I think if you could see results like that, kind of makes an impact, doesn't it?
It really makes a huge impact. And the thing is, it's exciting because you may not be doing the workouts at the level that they are, but you're doing the same movements, you're doing the same stuff as the athletes that worked out in the games.
So is it just me, Nicole, or does it seem like there's more women here than there are men? It seems like they're everywhere and in fantastic shape.
Yeah, I would say that worldwide, it's about a 60-40 split women to men that actually are in CrossFit affiliates that do CrossFit. Usually women, they like to be coached, they like to be competitive, they are very coachable because they want to learn. Sometimes the men, not always, but sometimes the men are like, hey, I can do that on my own, I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. So we do find that our gym is about 65-35 women to men.
Wow, very impressive. I was kind of impressed too. The grounds here themselves, they use just about every available square inch, from the tip to the tail, from the parking lot to Quan Park. It's kind of like an Olympic village. What did you think of the scope, actually, of the games, the setup and everything that you saw for 4 days?
I think they did a really good job coming in here and kind of converting a lot of this stuff that's never done something quite like this before and using as much of it as possible. I mean, they ran across to Olin Park and swam out into the lake. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Absolutely. So now, as we go ahead, so hopefully there's a bounce, if you will, off the CrossFit Games, and it gets everybody energized. It's going to be here for another 2 years, which is also exciting as well. Are you able to use this weekend to help even grow the business, or even say, just get more people involved in CrossFit?
Yeah, we certainly hope so. I mean, we've already gotten, I think, 6 or 8 calls this past week from people like, hey, I've seen CrossFits in town. I kind of been thinking about it. I know what it is, but I'm kind of ready to get into the gym. And so we are hoping that impact, just people knowing what CrossFit is, and then just learning that, you don't have to be this level of fitness to do it. We want you to come in the door. We want you to just come off the couch. This is like the Super Bowl of fitness, and we're kind of the Pee-wee, flag football.
I actually think it was kind of cool. They had stuff set up for people just to walk through. If you walk through like the little vendor village part or whatever that they had set up, I mean, there's tents, there's activities, the rogue tent, if you will, that was in there. I mean, amazing that you can do all this stuff and be competitive as well. So I think CrossFit, more than say like a lot of sports, really allows people who maybe have never done it before to jump in with both feet first, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, yeah, you can play football, right? You can go with friends in the field near their house and play football, but it's not the same. Like you you can come and do, like I said earlier, the same movements. You can learn the same things that they do.
Yeah, I'm not throwing a football like Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I'm not tracking it down like a wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, it's much different. You know, if I want to play baseball or something like that, it's going to be beer league softball. Right. But with CrossFit, you can jump right in, and I think that's something that's very, very cool. So we got a few seconds here to kind of put a wraps on it. If you could just give me your final thoughts, what you thought of the days here, what do you expect going forward, and then your expectations for the next 2 years that the CrossFit Games are going to be here.
I think it's just been an amazing weekend, amazing 2 weeks actually leading up to the games. We're really happy that they're in Madison. I think it's just going to get bigger and better. I know that was part of the appeal, is that they can grow from here. And I do believe that CrossFit headquarters said that they had more guests. They sold more tickets this year than they've done any of the other years in California. And they did need to leave because they want to grow and they couldn't do that where they were at. So it's just going to get bigger and better.
Yeah, I think that's one of the great things about our area, too. If there's something like that, an event that comes to town that people can really get behind, you see them really get behind it, and hopefully that means great things going forward. Fitness level was great out here. A lot of fun for everybody, activities, all that kind of stuff. Absolutely wonderful. So, guys, hopefully it means bigger and better things even for you guys going forward. Yeah, thank you so much for being on the show, sharing this with us, and we will have more from the CrossFit Games 2017 here on Wisconsin's 57 Sports.
A special thank you to Conan Automotive in Stoughton for supporting local athletics.